Welcome to Fridays with Sandy. That would be Sandy Kreisberg, HBSGuru.com founder and CEO and chief bottle washer.
Hello, everybody. Happy Friday.
I'm John Byrne with Poets and Quants, and we're here with another aspiring candidate. She is a planner, and I'm going to tell you why she's a planner. She's in her first year at Cambridge. So far, she has a 4.0. She took a practice GMAT. Now, all of you are going to be envious over this practice score, 770 for the first try only last week. Her name is Radita Naboni, and she wants to apply to Harvard Business School 2+2, MIT Sloan, Stanford, Columbia, and Cambridge rival for an MBA program, Oxford, Said, or Said, as many people would say. And she's got a lot of interesting kinds of internships on her resume. They're more almost like learning experiences, and they've been at every place from PwC to this coming year, JP Morgan Chase and Deloitte. Her major is land economy, which is an interdisciplinary major that includes economics, sustainability, and real estate. And she has a fascinating goal. I'm not sure Jamie Dimon at JP Morgan is going to be worried about this, but she wants his job.
Well, she wants to be hi, everybody. Sandy here. Radita, why don't you say hello to the folks at home?
Hi, everyone. My name's Radita. I'm a first year at Cambridge, and I currently study land economy. I want to work as an investment banker and hopefully be the CEO of an investment bank.
And also very important, where is your passport from?
Bangladesh. I was born in Bangladesh.
John, is that a good place to come from when you're applying to business schools?
I think it's especially a good place since you're also applying from Cambridge, which, let's face it, is one of the five.
Cambridge is a good place to apply from. Bangladesh is out of this world, man. My guess is, I will, in a footnote, look up how many current students at Harvard, in a footnote to when we post this, I will look up how many students at Harvard Business School come from Bangladesh. I think it could be 0. Do you know anyone from Bangladesh who goes to business school, Radita?
Nope, no one.
Good.
Plus, you're a woman. That counts for a lot, actually.
And that's it. And okay, just you said as part of the English system, they've got this program where you can do 2-week drop-ins or internships at various companies. So just tell us, just go through the companies you've dropped in or interned with.
Okay, so the one I'm currently interning at is Reset MSM, which is a modern stress management app that uses AI technology. It's a startup, and I'm helping them look for investors. Before this, I was working as a tutor, but that was a paid job and not an internship. Over the summer, I did a summer internship at TD Securities, where I rotated between different desks and did lots of workshops. I also did short-term internships at MBDA, which is an aerospace company, and PwC, which is a consultancy company.
MBDA is a you have on your resume, leading French aerospace and defense company, and PwC, which is a mega consulting and accounting firm. So what you have are, rock solid evergreen companies like PwC, and you've got cool companies like MBDA, which is an aerospace and defense company. And Reset MSM. I'm sorry, John, what did you say?
And she dropped in at Coca-Cola, Barclays, and Aviva.
Yeah. Well, you got a lot going for you. 2+2 is hard. And you're interested in the 2+2 program, even though you're currently a first-year student at Cambridge, thinking ahead. and we don't have a standardized test score, but you took a practice test into GMAT, and what did you get?
A 770.
Yikers. Well, you got a lot going for you. 2 plus 2 is hard. They favor people. The ideal 2 plus 2 candidate is from STEM. That's not you, but they half the program, I believe, is non-STEM, and you'd be, as far as that cohort is concerned, you're a real competitor. There's just a lot going on here. What have we left out here? Academic representative of the Cambridge Union. What does that mean?
So the Cambridge Union is for students and teachers to improve the teaching and learning at Cambridge University. As the academic representative, I represent the entire undergraduate cohort and I suggest improvements that can be made. So currently I'm facilitating better lecture delivery to improve student satisfaction.
Really? This is up my alley. What are some of your, what are the deficiencies of the current lecture delivery and student dissatisfaction?
So currently, our lecture delivery is either only in person for certain subjects or only online for other subjects. And students don't like this because it's not integrated. If they have a supervision or a meeting that clashes, they'll fall behind on work. Or if it's online, they don't get to socialize with their peers. So I facilitated both lecture delivery that's online and in person, so it's integrated.
Can't say I understood that, but if you ever get interviewed by any of these places, you got to be able to explain that in a real clear way. Head of communications for the Global Disruptors Society. That's up my alley. What is the Global Disruptors Society?
So the Global Disruptor Society brings in unicorn founders to give speeches to students to motivate them and inspire them to achieve their goals, essentially.
Are you responsible for bagging these unicorns? Unicorn founders are usually pretty busy.
Yeah.
How do you make them? How do you get them to show up?
So
you dealt with unicorn founders like Marcus Villig and Scott McNeely. Who are they?
Marcus Villig is the CEO of Bolt, and Scott McNeely is the CEO of Sun Microsystems.
Yikers. And how did you convince them to show up at your little shindig?
So I sent the secretaries and the people that manage them an email persuading them to give an online Zoom meeting as they're currently in America. And I told them the logistics, we arranged the time, and then it all ran very smoothly.
Good for you.
There are a lot of, for someone who's only recent, 1 year at Cambridge, there are a lot of extras on here, including your debating skills, where you won the Fitzwilliam debate competition. I would say that that's very impressive at Cambridge, because I know debating is a sport at Cambridge.
Yeah.
Is it not?
It definitely is. And winning that was extremely surprising and amazing. But I also have to thank my amazing teammates and mentor for that.
There you go. You're pretty shrewd here. And BBC Young Reporter for 2 years. Is that some kind of program?
Yeah, it is. So I interview students who are winning projects or doing something really amazing, and then I write an article on it, which I send back to the BBC.
And national finalist for Count On Us Maths Challenge. So you work for the BB. You've got both you're a poet and a quant.
Thank you.
Well, that 770 on the practice test would convince me she's something of a quant.
Yeah. Okay. What business school do you want to go to?
Harvard Business School mainly.
Well, the 2+2 program is difficult to get into, but man, you've got a lot going for you. I'd say your chances of being interviewed are pretty good, and then you sound like a pretty good interview as well.
Now, here's a question for you, Sandy. Obviously, Radita is starting out early in thinking about what she really wants to do with her life. So my question for you is, when should she apply to 2+2? She's only 18, only 1 year at Cambridge so far. What year would be ideal for her to apply?
Boy, correct me if I'm wrong, John. Don't they require that you apply?
Juniors and seniors, right?
Yeah, the application is due the the spring before your senior
Graduation.
year.
Yeah, okay, before your senior year. Now,
Yeah.
in this case, it's a 3-year undergraduate degree, is it not?
Yes.
Because it's not a 4-year degree as it is in the United States. So she would be applying in another year.
Yeah, I'm no good at that kind of calendar stuff, but you could work it out. And those are questions, if you write the program an email, they answer them.
So let's say she gets a 750. You would sit on that, right, Sandy? Don't take it again if you get a 750.
Yeah, that's an easy one. The tough one is if you get a 730.
Right. Although, with a 4.0, if you can maintain that.
I don't know. Do you like taking those tests? It seems like you do, Radita.
Yeah, I think I'll take it again if I get a 730.
There you go. Question answered.
How about that? Okay.
Yeah. This is impressive. You got a lot going for you. You got the numbers. You've got the experience. Coming from Bangladesh is a huge plus. Boy, I think your chances of getting interviewed are very, very good. I'd be surprised if you were not interviewed.
Something. I think there's so many things in her extracurricular portion of her resume that they overwhelm the reader and they don't stand out.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would
be much more selective.
Yeah, I would, like, completed a Yale certified course on financial markets. That goes in a different place in your resume. That almost goes on the University of Cambridge. I would have an entry extra coursework or something like that, or Yale summer school or whatever it is. Just the way you've got London Academy of Excellence.
Here's the other thing. I mean, over the next year before she applies, instead of being involved in so many things, should you pick and choose a couple of things where you can have a leadership role?
Okay, I think I definitely want to do that because there's certain things I'm more interested in. So I really want to be the head of the investment banking society, for example, and I might ease down on the consultancy society. I really want the best leadership roles possible. So I think I'll hone in on that.
I think that would be
Let me
really
ask you, this is difficult, but and this is a little sophisticated. Some of these schools in your extra activities, they're interested in activities that have an impact beyond yourself. So that they're helping other people, not the investment banking society, which is just a, scrum and networking and drinking club, right?
Sort of.
Yeah. So this is just generic advice for people who are planning extracurriculars. The ones that have real impact are extracurriculars that have impact beyond yourself. They're helping other people.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Is there anything you do that qualifies as that?
Yeah, so this summer I got accepted into the Go to Co program, which is a program where I get to travel to China and teach disadvantaged students how to speak and write English so they can get better jobs in the future.
Yeah, that's a really powerful one. I'd invest in that and I'd feature it.
So maybe you go this year, and the following year you lead the entire cohort that goes to do that.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Then you know, because it's not merely helping others; it's actually assuming a leadership position um, to help others, which I think it has more power.
Achieved a distinction on my thesis for the London Leaders Award. What was your thesis?
My thesis was about a invention I created that would help with motion sickness. I personally suffer from that, so I did a research paper and created a virtual diagram of an invention that could reduce motion sickness.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I'm not surprised you have motion sickness given the acceleration of your career. I don't mean to minimize a real malady, but
Well, and actually, at the end of the resume, we find out that she raised 500 pounds for an elderly care home. She volunteered at the London Wildlife Trust. She has an award, John Muir Award. I guess you're an outdoors person. And mentored, 15 students from disadvantaged backgrounds are applying to Oxbridge. I'm assuming that's the Chinese thing or something?
No, that's something else.
Something
So,
else, okay.
yeah.
Wow.
what kind of debater are you? Just out of curiosity.
I'm usually a fourth speaker, so we do British parliamentary style debate, and fourth speaker summarizes everyone else's debate as well as comes up with whip arguments and counter arguments.
You're the cleanup hitter. You're the Babe Ruth, batting fourth. That's an American reference. Sorry.
So what do you think her chances are? I mean, we know 2 + 2 is hard, but she is an exceptional candidate. And she's planning early and therefore has the advantage of shaping her candidacy over the next year and a half. If you can maintain the 4.0, if you can get the 750, never mind the 770 on the practice test, I can't imagine that you're not golden from Cambridge and a female from Bangladesh, all of those.
Yeah, female Bangladesh. Yeah, you got a lot going for you. The only way you're not getting in is if you blow you should be interviewed. The interview, as people who follow our mock interview formats, anyone can flunk an interview. I've seen incredible people flunk interviews. You seem like you're fluent and agile, but
I can't imagine a Cambridge debater who's already won an award with their team could go into an interview and blow up. I can't imagine it.
Well, here's okay, Radita, I know you don't want a mock interview, but let's say that the first interview question was introduce yourself to your classmates. What would you say?
Hi, my name's Radita. I'm a Cambridge student. I'm born in Bangladesh, raised in the UK. I'm interested in learning about finance and I will make the most out of this course. I really look forward to getting to know everybody and learning from you all.
That's pretty good. I don't think you're going to have too much trouble. One of the things just for general knowledge here. One of the things in introducing yourself is it helps to mention places you've worked. Your classmates are very interested in that.
Got it.
That's about all they're interested in.
Hey, Sandy, I think there's a lesson here for everybody, frankly. Let's just step back from this and say, I think one of the most compelling things about this candidate is how early on she knows what direction she wants to take. She's not aimless. She knows what she wants and she's working toward it. And that's so hard to know at an early age like this.
Well, to what do you account that?
Partially my parents. They've always motivated me to pursue my goals. And
What do your parents do?
so my parents are both immigrants from Bangladesh. My mom works at McDonald's and my dad works at Sainsbury's. But they've
I'm
always
sorry, your mom works at McDonald's, and where does your dad work?
Sainsbury's, a
Sainsbury's.
grocery chain, British grocery chain.
So
So
your
are you
parents work in kind of like convenience food stores?
Exactly, yep.
are you first generation college student?
Yep.
That's another check mark. Plus.
Yeah, and the fact that your parents have kind of service jobs in those stores, they're not like managers.
They have service jobs, yep.
Wow. Okay. You're getting into Harvard 2+2. I want you to call me up because I'm going to call up Chad Losey and give him an earful. Okay. I swear
Chad's
to
not,
God,
who do you, John,
call
who do
me
you,
up and
you don't
I
call
will
Chad.
him raise holy hell, okay?
Who runs 2+2, John, not Chad?
Oh, yeah, that's true. Our favorite admissions director of all
John and I have a real crush on D. Leopold, who is
D.
the
Leopold runs
director,
+2 program.
the director
She's
of the
gonna
2+2
love you.
program.
Are you kidding me? She will love you.
I really hope so.
Am I right? Come on.
You got a lot going for you. I'm impressed.
Now, first gen, parents working retail jobs. She gets into Cambridge. She's got a 4.0 in her first year already. Her practice test is 770. She's had learning experiences, everything from PwC and Coca-Cola to will be JP Morgan and Deloitte. She's won a debating award in her first year. Come on. If you don't roll into Harvard with a scholarship, I'll give up. I totally give up. Okay.
Well, John likes you, and so do I.
Thank you.
I'm impressed. I think we've done it here, John.
Yeah, I think so too. There's not much more to say except, get your good score on the GMAT. We know that you are so nose to the grindstone that if you get a 730, you're going to go after it again and get the 750 or whatever. Try to get some leadership positions in your second year at Cambridge, and maybe a full internship during the summer at if you can convert that experience at JP Morgan into a full internship. That would
Okay, here's a question, John. Let's say she gets into Harvard and Stanford. What would be your advice?
Where to go?
Yeah.
I know that she probably, and her parents would think that Harvard is the place because, worldwide, Harvard has a bigger.
Yeah, I think the worldwide Harvard brand might be the decider here.
Could be.
What would be your instinct, Rita?
Well, if you have entrepreneurial ambitions, and if in fact you want finance, Stanford shockingly sends an awful lot of people in the finance jobs.
Radita, what would be your instinct?
I think it would be Harvard just for how world-renowned it is, but I'm open to looking into that further.
I'll tell you, one of the troubles you'd have at Stanford is it wouldn't be, they don't do any work there, so you'd be at a loss. Harvard would keep you busy.
Harvard grading curve. Look, she would be a Baker Scholar at Harvard Business School, okay?
Okay.
All right. Hey, good luck.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
And I'm serious. After you apply, if for any reason you don't get interviewed and don't get in, I want you to call me up.
I will.
I will seriously call up some folks and raise holy hell because it's just ridiculous. Okay. There's no way. No way. You are destined to go there and do incredible things in your life. So good luck to you.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Well, Sandy,
there
you go. It's Fridays with Sandy. You've been listening to Sandy Kreisberg and our candidate in Cambridge, who's on to a wonderful, enriched, vivid life. This is John Byrne with Poets and Quants.